Welcome, everybody, to another week of Onward, presented to you by the VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, and I'm here with my co-caster, Todd Habercorn. Todd, how are you on this exciting Thursday Eve?
All hyped up, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm looking forward to a real exciting matchup. There we go. Today we have SMC versus Globochem. This is a Diamond versus Master Tier matchup. Globo being the Master Tier, SMC the Diamond. I mean, these guys have such a great history when they play each other. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we're going to get in this series today. What are your thoughts before we get going, Todd?
It's always going to be exciting watching two just top tier teams, masters of the craft, go at it, trying to fight for the dominance. This is good stuff.
Yeah. I know just communicating with SMC that they have been putting in a lot of work this early season. You know, they've picked up Trip Nip and Miracle Dev, and we'll get into the rosters in just a bit before we got to get into pick bands first. But they've been doing a lot of work to try and, I think, prepare for these higher tier matchups. I know Cygnus has been laying into that footage and trying to get his team set up with all sorts of different strategies. So I really expect a pretty good performance from SMC against Globo. And I think we can expect to see Globo playing their, being the powerhouse that they are.
Yeah, no, Globochem I don't think really chills out for anybody. They always, they know no chill, and they always play to that level.
Yeah, absolutely.
We always see from them.
And we should dive into pick bands here before this round goes. Coming from Globochem, we do have a Suburbia ban, so we're not going to be seeing that close quarters map from them, and we haven't gotten the ban from SMC yet. Once we have that, we will let you know. We do know what our first map is, and it's an interesting way to kick off this series, and it's kind of like, yeah, this is Season 8. This has been the theme of Season 8. We're going to start on Tanker. Todd, what do you... Tanker?
Tanker is back and better than ever, I guess, even though they really haven't changed much, aside from the lighting, I think. But now the meta just says Tanker is the new Suburbia, I guess.
It's been a huge pick for a lot of teams lately, especially this season. Season 8 has been a real feature. And yeah, we are going to be seeing Tanker for map 1 of Globo versus SMC. And now we should get into these rosters because these squads are almost readied up. Coming over on from Globochem side, we have Otto, Toast, Raphael, Pants, and Thunderpilot. And over on SMC Tacticals, we have Pongcake, Captain Soda, Mr. Beefy, Landon Jordan, and I'm assuming we're waiting for Sickness there to come in for that 10th slot for SMC. I'd be surprised if they didn't run Sickness here in this first map.
Yeah, no, the team captain should always be there, especially for a match of this tier. You're going against the gods of Onward. You better have your best ready to go.
Well, I'm sure beginners will have some words with you on that statement, as they are also definitely a team that is consistently
Okay. I'll rephrase that. Gods of American Onward. How about that?
Okay. There we go. Now we're okay. Yeah. That's savvy.
I'm watching you, Smokes.
What I think is interesting, who I haven't seen play in a bit from Globo is Raphael. It's nice to see him come in here, and I think that's going to be a tip of their strategy, though. I expect to see that shield, pistol, laser sight, night vision combination coming out from him today.
Oh yeah, the shield, especially on this map, is just so powerful because it's all lanular, so you can't really get around a shield that easily, especially in the tunnels.
No,
and he has a laser sight. All he has to do is point and shoot, and bam, you're gone.
And that thing is so, people are really good with that pistol laser sight. You know, to have that pointer, it is an incredible advantage, and people will snap heads so fast with those pistols. You got to be careful, and so yeah, Raf's going to be a serious threat there for Globo, but I think SMC are definitely going to be carrying some nades, some flashes to try and counteract the shield that they can expect to come in from Raf. It's kind of almost a disadvantage to have a player so dedicated to a certain set, because you know he's going to be Raf's going to run a shield.
Oh, definitely. That's like his signature move.
Yeah. And just coming in now, the ban from SMC is Quarantine. Right in time with Sickness hopping into our lobby. So, we won't be seeing Quarantine or Suburbia. We're kicking things off on Tanker. Oh boy, yeah, I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a fun way to start this series, and we're not gonna delay any further. We're gonna dive right in to map number 1, round 1, Globochem versus SMC. Yeah, there it is. We weren't wrong, Todd.
It's just so predictable. I would even bet money on it every time.
Yeah, SMC definitely are going to be ready for that as well. So we'll see just how effective the shield is. Pants Thunder not opting to go underground. And Raf with the shield actually not going to be going down there either. They're going to keep him up top. The objective is in that top back area, so it isn't an underground objective yet, so it does make sense to keep a couple up top and maybe send 1 or 2 around bottom for the flank. But just look how Globo, you know, they know their timing real well. Pants is pushed up here. Toast and Raf looking through those portholes to try and find any angles. Everybody's got to be real tight here today. And then you see Beefy as well, utilizing that window. Can't be penetrated, so he's able to freely check, stand up, and look through that window. Maybe even draw out shots from enemies.
I don't think Globochem's going to shoot through those windows. They seem like a team that would check that and make sure that that's bulletproof.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to know, but it is going to allow Beefy to at least look out there and check pretty freely, you know, to see if anybody's going to be coming through. It is hard to look through those windows. I'm not going to lie. Those tinted windows are not the easiest to see through.
Yeah, it's almost like they wanted to mod a cruise or a tanker ship, actually. I almost said a cruise ship, but I guess I'm just not as much of a sailor as I thought I was.
Bone Cake, some shots out over here onto Raf on this side, and he's going to have to drop back from that forward position. Does risk getting picked off potentially by Toast if he had a different angle, but nice retreat as that nade probably would have caught him in the head. And he sits back tucked in here waiting for any other push from Globo. 4:20 on the clock. Globo's really still stuck here in the center.
I think their best bet right now is to have Otto, well, who was downstairs, try to push the downstairs, but...
Whoa! Downed by fire! A Molotov comes in and catches Beefy on the other side of that window, and now shots from Ponecake. The Sickness does catch Pants getting aggressive, and he's here getting countered by Toast as well, so some shots coming out in the center. 3:50 left, and the push is coming in from Globo off that Molotov kill. I think that's the first one I've seen in League.
Death by, like, for whatever, I don't run a Molotov in League, but when you're doing like a normal lobby, it is so sad when you burn yourself to death because you just can't escape your own fire.
I don't think, yeah, that's super unfortunate. Beefy with a fumble, Ruski on the fire there, and a nice pickup from Toast. An incredibly tight angle through the door. Otto finds Ponecake, and just like that, Globo into a 4v1 with 3:15 on the clock, all up to Captain Soda, who's tucked himself inside. Probably the best room to be in to defend the objective.
Oh yeah, it's covered in all directions, pretty much. It's got a literally a window to the objective.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to go through that line of view in order to get there.
Nice flash comes in, blinding Soda. Thunder charging around the corner. An incredible play there as Globochem secure themselves a Marsoc round and go up 1-0.
Surprisingly less amount of tunnel action there than I thought we would have seen.
I do agree.
But hey, it worked.
You know, I think the problem with the tunnel approach there is when you come up, that final exit out of the tunnel is not always a guaranteed success. You know what I mean? Especially since it can be covered from some different angles. You really have to kind of come up 360ing out of that tunnel area sometimes. So I can see maybe that's why Globo opted not to go there. But interestingly, it's interesting to see the shield not be sent underground. Usually that's where you'd think you would go. Try and come around for the flank.
Yeah, no, the shield would be a perfect way to cover those tunnels. But hey, Globochem had an idea. They had a plan. They pretty much stuck to it, it looked like.
Yeah, you saw that line they had set up in the center. They got to those 4 positions so early in the match and then stayed there for about 2 minutes. But right around 350, they made their push. And I think, honestly, I just think it was capitalizing off of that beefy down. Although they wouldn't have seen that, so maybe just a fortunate timing on their part as well. Either way, SMC going into the offensive for round number 2 of map 1. We're on tanker here.
New Suburbia, man, I'm telling you. Oh, and a reset is happening. Someone didn't spawn in, I guess.
False start there. We can take a quick gander at KDs, and it does look like Globo didn't have all 5 connecting in there, so we will get that 5th in here back in shortly, and we'll be back into the action. But Sickness, the only one with a kill. He had it out there early when Pants was trying to charge into the room that Soda was camping. So a nice job from him to maybe deny an early cap attempt from Globo, but he's the only one that's got a kill. SMC definitely got to step it up here on the offensive, which is not easy to do against a team like Globo.
Oh, definitely not. Globochem just know all the angles. They spend time practicing and looking for these angles specifically that no one else really looks for. So just keep your head on a swivel and pray for the best, I guess.
I don't think this is a false start. I think this is the real one. Round 2 of map 1. If you've just joined us, you're right in time for the high-intensity Diamond v Master rank VRML Onward action. That's a mouthful.
I think we need to shorten the name a little bit.
DVM VRMLO action. How about that? Just abbreviate.
It'll be a work in progress. We'll have a meeting. We'll have a meeting about this.
We have some aggressive positioning out of Toast here. The most forward of the Globo squad, and I think he's relying on communication from this front line that Globo's set up on these windows. You have Raph, Thunder, and Pants all checking out them, looking for any movement. Pants with night vision. I think they all do have night vision on here, looking through these windows. Smokes and nades coming in. Pwnecake pushing forward just enough to avoid the frag from behind. I think Pants knows Pwnecake's here. And Pwnecake trying to shoot through those windows, and that's not going to be an effective means of taking down Pants as he now gets a little bit aggressive and rotates around, maybe being able to find Soda, but that smoke nicely denying vision. Another nade comes in. Pwnecake with a good frag onto Toast, and a flash up on the top of Pwnecake.
Ooh, Pwnecake and Pants. Pwnecake catches out Pants on the side.
That's a huge pick. That's such a massive pick. SMC on the front foot here now as Globo have one in their back lines. You can see Raph has to rotate. He has to worry about Pwnecake behind him here, and it is going to allow Soda, Beefy, and the rest of SMC to push their way up here onto Thunder.
There's only one more step to securing this flank, and Pwnecake knows that already. He's already shooting at Auto, but gets caught out by Raph.
Nice rotation from Raph there. Getting aggressive. Nearly gets picked as he tries to cross out Captain Soda, and if SMC had just pushed on that advantage with Pwnecake in the back line, I really think they could have put some huge pressure on a Globo, but now Globo can set up, reset themselves for this 3v3.
Yeah, Raphael definitely would not have been able to go around and stick out that far to get that pick if he was being pressured from the front, but just it's all about that timing.
Good pick there from Landon. Real nice shot as Raph tried to cross the open doorway, and I mean, you just can't even afford to rotate at this point. If you're in a defensive position on Globo's side, you have to stay tucked in. If Thunder decides to cross out in front of this doorway, he's dead for sure. And Otto's getting a little aggressive himself as he's rotating around objective, almost in a bit of a panic state. It's something you rarely see out of Globo.
Yeah, he's probably just trying to cover all bases, and rightfully so. They are down a man compared to SMC, so they have to basically cover twice as many spots.
Wow. These flashes are so on point from both these teams. It's Beefy excellently flashes Thunder, comes around for the pick. Otto picking up Landon Jordan as he tries to push in on objective, and we're into a 1v2.
Otto's going to have to come around to revive his buddy.
Oh, there's the confirm. No res available. Finds Soda, though. And he's now...
Beefy and Otto.
So much time left, 2:20 left on the clock. Otto is going to have to continue up this sort of crazy sprint around the objective. And we'll see if Beefy can be patient and look for the pick.
I don't think Otto was looking through the windows.
No, I don't think he was either. I think Beefy saw him cross there. Beefy can't push.
You have to be blind not to see that.
Yeah, Beefy's looking over through this angle here, waiting to see if Otto's going to rotate back around. This is an interesting play from Otto. He went with the panic rotation. He checked all the angles, all the spots around the walls, made sure Beefy wasn't punching in a code on the opposite side of objective or anything. Now he's gone silent. Beefy's not quite sure where Otto is. Here comes the sprint, the rotation, and Otto going down, and the answer back from SMC. What a fantastic job as they tie things up 1-1.
What an ending to that. Just that sheer tension of one room splitting between a map win. That's why I sign up to cast these matches, sir.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know you're gonna get some high intensity action one way or the other. If it's Globochem performing well with their strats, and I mean they won their Marsoc round with 4 left alive. SMC with it bringing it down to a 1v1. But still, both teams taking Marsoc rounds. This is a good start to the series. This is exactly how I was hoping to see it start off.
Yeah, both teams are kind of building up momentum on each other. They know it's close. They know that they're pretty closely matched. Even though Globochem's typically the dominant one.
Yeah, I'm actually...
Just by pure stats.
Yeah, I know. What are the stats on that? Has SMC taken... Has SMC beat Globo? And no, they have. I don't think they ever have. They did the first time they played in Season 2, and since then, Globochem has beat SMC, but it's always been a close series.
I don't think many teams have beaten Globochem, at least in normal season VRML. I only know of Mob Squad back in Season 4, and of course Beginners, but...
You know what? You're right. They don't really lose in regular season.
It's that big ocean between us that really divides, and Globochem just really feast off us American teams.
Yeah, they are a tough bunch of guys to take down. Pwnecake with the flashes. They've been a main staple here for SMC. Globochem as well has been utilizing them. I haven't seen this many flashes in a league match in a long time, and a good rotation from Pwnecake avoids the nade, but he gets caught out as Thunder was waiting on the backside. SMC now into a 4v5 early. Whoa! The long-range toss from Landon, though. Huge nade. Gets an insta-kill and 1 down in Resable.
Otto about to... move out from here. Might get caught up by Mr. Beefy. Ooh, but that reaction time is just way too good.
Yeah, I don't think Beefy was ready for Auto down on those stairs. Soda is now a little bit worried about it, but Auto's in a fantastic position as the revive coming in there puts Globochem into a 4v3 now.
Surprisingly, though, it's like this is not typically an objective you see slow play on. You usually
No.
see people coming out with smokes, just going whatever it takes to get that cap. But I guess SMC, or Globochem in this case, have different plans in mind.
I don't know if I consider this slow. 4:20 on the clock, and there's only 2 left alive for SMC and 2 left alive for Globo. As Sickness uses that chaos to also advance himself forward, leaving Captain Soda sort of abandoned here, all alone to deal with Auto. We're going to get ourselves a pair of 1v1s, I suspect, as Sickness wins his, and now it's a 1v2.
Not looking good for Globochem on the first map. And we know how well these first maps can give us a really good impression of them.
Wow, Auto with a great double onto Soda.
What a way to clutch it.
Excellent trade there, and we are into a tight one here as Globo take the lead again, 2-1.
SMC still holding on though. They had the advantage there up to the last second there when Auto caught them both by surprise, but still, very good defense.
Yeah, it was good rotations from Sickness to get that push forward and get that pick to put it into a 2v1, but Soda was just not expecting Auto there at all. And Sickness was, but there's so much cover for Auto there, and he kind of dipped around the canisters and crates and managed to not. I know he took at least 1 shot, but those bullets just didn't land onto the head. And Auto, I mean, wow, just scraping by there for Globochem. Grabbing them another Marsoc round, though. So SMC are going to have to answer back again. They're not making it easy for SMC to stay in this one.
Well, SMC have previously shown that they are very strong on the attack.
Yeah.
Taking their only round that they've won was on the attack. And typically in Onward, that's kind of against the meta. Usually the defense is considered slightly stronger, but hey, you do you, man.
We'll see if Globochem can get themselves a Volk round. Hasn't been one yet for either one of these squads. We get into round 3 in map number 1, and we'll see if SMC decide to approach this one a little bit faster or in a similar pace of Globo, although Globo didn't really approach it slowly. I think we were done with that round with still about 3.5 left on the clock.
Pants chucking a high flash up. We get, oh, and he's moving in. Oh, but Soda moved downstairs to avoid the fury of Pants.
Wow. Did Soda not hear Pants sprinting above him there? I wonder how Pants managed to get in here. This could be so dangerous for SMC. Unless Soda
looking that way.
Yeah, if Soda stays down there, Pants isn't going to find the angle. And as long as these guys stay inside this room, they'll be okay, as Raph manages to peek a corner and pick himself up one.
I don't think either of them know of each other's presence at all.
No, Pants is going to come out from around the corner. He's going to go off for the flank here. Sickness does spot him, though. And Pants and Raph, the aggressors from Globo, go down. A huge denial for SMC as they take that 4v3 advantage.
If Pants is able to catch out Soda, I'm pretty sure this will be going the other way.
Yeah.
Both statistically and, you know, mentally, how the plan of the whole game is going. Be going the other way because that whole section would be just gone.
Nade goes out and catches some C4, so it is going to free up that center from any detonation potential there. And Globochem's concerned about downstairs. They don't want to get flanked from the stairs. And also the center, as Thunder and Toast have their eyes here. Ooh, and a fantastic pick from Ponecake as Thunder tried to rotate down the stairs. And now Auto here manages to get the refrag, and we're into a 2v3.
Sickness or SMC, in the matter of fact, can take their time if they want to and find these crucial
Yeah.
picks in order to get closer to objective, or just to pick them off,
Well,
which they are
Soda.
doing now.
What an excellent angle. Manages to catch out the rotation. And now it's up to Toast in a 1v3. Sickness on objective and Beefy on the Overwatch takes him down. And SMC looking so good right here with these flashes and the smokes and the team coordination as they tie things up against Globo 2-2.
They even had their tablet out on objective there. The one thing of their coordination that was lacking was, don't kill the guy, I need to type in 7 numbers.
Yeah, it's tough when they are circling. That last one is circling objective. And I think he was about to start to do that. So against Globo, you got to take the points you can get. So I understand going for that kill. But yeah, Cygnus had Pat out. He was definitely considering a cap opportunity there.
At this level, anything's possible.
Yeah.
These people are so quick on that tablet that it could just happen within a second. Seen some pretty outrageous ones in my time. We will be going downstairs for the next objective. This is a very interesting one to always defend. There's so many places to obscure yourself in, and it usually results in some very close in combat.
Yeah, one thing to remember is that when you're watching from the spectator view, we have the flashlight enabled for most of the viewing experience, just because it is a lot easier to see there. We are on a night map, obviously, so you can kind of see here the darkness plays a big effect in trying to identify people, where they are, if you're tucked into a dark corner or not. And so it is why you see night vision coming in from most of these players, almost everybody really. And the shield again from Global. We'll see if it can do work for them as they go into round number 5.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. Those shields can control these tunnels so effectively. Bit of pre-fire coming out of SMC.
Yeah,
anticipating a mad push.
The footsteps threw him off there because you hear footsteps above you. So Ponecake heard thunder, and I think Pants sprinting above him and thought they might be coming down this lane, so he pre-fired. That would have been an incredibly fast push from Globo to be coming in from that angle, but I mean, it is information, so they should know that Globo is here above them at these stairwells at the very least.
Surprisingly enough, Globochem's decided to completely focus their efforts. Well, not completely, but focus their efforts on top deck.
Yeah.
Not worry about controlling the tunnels and leave that up to Raph.
Yeah, they have auto checking here now, trying to get the flash out. Doesn't land onto Soda. Pants is going to deploy a smoke on this corner, and that's not even a great toss either.
Landon Jordan right here. Landon Jordan finds it.
One dead left side, or right side, sorry.
It's a good way for SMC to start. Another one coming around the corner. So gutsy as Landon is right here tucked behind these barrels. And of course, it's Pants getting so aggressive there. A nice nade cooked. Catches Landon, and he's insta-killed. And Pants here now has those barrels to push himself. Oh, no!
Oh, Beefy and his nades today, just not having it.
Yeah, they are not doing well for him. He was safe from the nade he threw, but it detonated the C4 that was next to him, and now Pants is free to push up here. Captain Soda hits him, though. A huge pick as they get the 3v3 going. Still the shield alive, so it's going to be tough for them to deal with. This Thunder is going to toss some nades in himself.
Yeah, nades on this bottom level are really risky because there's so much for them to bounce off and come back at you with.
Soda got a little over-aggressive, checked the long lane, and goes down to auto. So now it's up to Ponecake and Sickness, who are tucked in here on objective, and it looks like they're going to send all three. No, as Thunder decides to rotate. They're going to send Auto and Raph here to pair up. We're into a 2v2 just like that. Ponecake shoots over the shield. A nice pick from him without going down.
That shield can be so menacing and can be so distracting at times. You don't even have to really use it to kill people, but it's just the idea of trying to figure out how to outmaneuver a shield can get you really distracted and leave you open to a flank.
Yeah, you can see Pwnecake there really having to commit to check that lane to take those shots onto that shield, and Thunder's just waiting to get the angle as Thunder does miss. Raph's shooting some shots as well. 2:30 on the clock. Looks like they want to try and make their entry from the center, but Pwnecake is not making it easy, and I think the utility is gone for both sides.
It's pretty evenly matched, just who can outmaneuver the other. And it looks like Globochem's making their move right now with Raph choosing to go around the outside, but second guessing that, I guess.
Pwnecake getting so aggressive. I think he's going to look for the back of Thunder Pilot as they rotate out here, and he does not spot Thunder. So now he's in a bit of an awkward spot as Raph also putting some shots out with the rifle there. Drawing attention. Now a minute 50 on the clock. Globo has some time to kind of do this rotation as Sickness is waiting for one of these lanes to expose a Marsoc.
Thunder about to peek around here to see Sickness, but gets shot by Sickness. One Globochem remaining.
Wow, a great nade from Raph. He confirms the kill with the LMG, and now it's a 1v1. Pwnecake gonna have to deal with that shield all by himself, and Raph with enough time to rotate back around and try and come in from the center again.
Raph's just trying to keep everyone on their toes, make it seem like there's more than one shield person, I guess.
Pwnecake, what is he? I don't know. He has so many different angles to cover. There's three entry points behind him that lead right to objective, and then this one that Raph has decided to take. His Pwnecake doesn't have the angle, but I think he's crouched enough that Raph can't see him here. And Pwnecake spots the shield. 50 seconds, and we're into a trade, and SMC able to take the first Volk round of the series with a clutch kill from Pwnecake.
SMC have really turned it around since the beginning of this match, where they went down with 3 Globochem remaining.
I think there was 4. Yeah, it was not. It didn't look like it was. It was looking like another Globo series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, here we go. Globo's just on point again. But yeah, they have battled back very nicely, made it super hard for Globo, and we're going into match point. They've won all their Marsoc rounds. We could be seeing map 1 go to SMC.
That'd be pretty incredible. That is no easy feat when you go against Globochem. We'll be having the same objective again. Be interesting to see how SMC goes about attacking the downstairs.
Yeah, we do get to observe their offensive approach in round number 6 of map 1. And man, what a great way to start this series. Tanker, kind of a spicy pick coming out of Globochem, surprisingly enough. Where do you think we're going to go for map 2 with SMC's choice?
Well, we already know that Suburbia and Quarantine have been banned. Could see some Bazaar action.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bazaar definitely on the menu as the entire SMC side goes underground, and already a kill here. Nearly 2 as Pwnecake puts some shots around the corner, and Globochem dropped back to tuck into objective.
Yeah, Globochem are feeling a little bit put to the wall here. It's not the end of the match, but...
Was that Pants that just got killed? Yeah, it was. Pants is 1 and 5 on the day here on Tanker. Thunder manages to get a pick. Pwnecake now concerned about the positioning here from Thunder.
Might be time to cycle Pants out. He's not feeling too well on maps.
Oh, it wasn't Pants. Excuse me. I falsely accused him. I see Pants now is tucked in there closer to objective, actually. Not getting aggressive.
Nah, that's my fault. I didn't call you out on it.
All right, we're here listening to a fun little convo here. Pwnecake and Thunder trading bullets as Thunder gets aggressive and kills Pwnecake, and Globo now into a 4v3. SMC on the back foot trying to take what could be the map for them.
Landon taking his time on this middle hallway here. Pressure's on him now that he only has 2 other friends to help him out.
Tried to bounce a nade there off the wall to get it into that objective room to kind of threaten Raph and Pants. It doesn't quite get the bounce he's looking for. And a bit of trade and utility that is ineffective as Landon should be running into Thunder shortly.
A refrag of fragmentation, if you will.
Hey, I traded with one. He's dead. I'm down H2.
Insta-kill from Thunder, and a resible opportunity forces Pants to rotate around, opens it up for what could be the push from Sickness and Soda, but they're a little bit concerned as they're now into a 2v4.
They could always, and it looks like Sickness is going to opt to do it anyways, go through the back entry. It's a bit of a wild card. Leaves you a little exposed.
No, I think what he was actually doing was trying to get the angle behind Thunder here, who he does believe is up top on the outside of this building. But Thunder's now inside, and Sickness puts some shots into the glass, but those won't be effective.
Bulletproof glass, man. Bulletproof glass. They put him on cargo ships.
Over to
Defense
Otto.
against the Somali pirates, you know?
Makes sense. Otto and Soda on the corner. Soda creeping his way here, trying not to make a single sound. And Otto, super vulnerable since that box can be penetrated if Soda just pumps some rounds through it, or Otto decides to peek up just a bit here and isn't ready for Soda.
I don't even think Otto knows that Soda's there.
No, he doesn't, and Soda quickly peeking the corner, catches one, and charges into objective room, taking control of it now, looking for Thunder and Raph as they rotate back around here. Raph does manage to find Soda as Soda's distracted by Thunder, and now it's up to Sickness.
And Raph finishes the round, making it 3-3.
You know what I think our last objective is, too? Middle upstairs.
Ooh. It's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think you could have asked for a better way to start the series here on Tanker as we go 3-3 into that final round. Ooh boy, SMC have managed to win a Volk round though, so they're on the board with a Volk round. They could do it again here. I just can't remember the last time I've even cast a Globo match where they've lost map 1 or a map really at all. Like you said, they rarely lose in regular season.
I think they lose maps in regular season, just the game.
But it's usually the third map after they've already picked up the series. They kind of take it easy on that third map. It's very rare you see them in a situation where you go to that final map for the series decider.
And this will definitely get the ball rolling for SMC if they can take this win.
Yeah, it'll be huge.
It'd be really awesome to see SMC come up victorious. But hey, I'm gonna wait to call it and not jinx anybody.
Yeah, good call. Good choice. Good choice.
Just saying, it'd be cool.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
Well, yeah, no, it would be cool for SMC for sure because they go into their map pick after this. I think. I want to say they banned. I'm trying to remember the last match I cast with SMC. I think they banned Bazaar. So I wonder if they're feeling confident on Bazaar. Maybe we would see something like Subway or even Downfall now with some of the adjustments that have been made to that map. Either way, one of these teams is going to be on top, and we're about to find out who as we hop into round number 7 of map number 1.
I wouldn't mind seeing some high-level, gameplay of Subway. I don't think I've seen that in a while.
Yeah, that could be real interesting. We're not there yet. We got the real intense decider moment right here as the Globochem go on the offensive, an upstairs objective, one that is historically pretty aggressively pushed. But Globo, I think, are going to opt to try and come in from the stairway. An approach there is Pants. Gets things going with a nice pick on Soda downstairs.
Hey, get behind him now, you can.
SMC have put most of their bodies upstairs. The only person they put downstairs is already gone.
Yep, poor Soda quickly picked up by the Eagle Eye Pants, and they are now underneath objectives, so wonder. Yeah, I heard Pants say get behind them now, so I think they're gonna send 2 to come out from all the way in the back there and try and set up a flank and kind of pinch on objective. And they have 5 minutes to do it, so plenty of time. I wonder if they're gonna be ready for Pwnecake, who is up here super far forward, waiting to have Globochem push out from their spawn.
I don't think they're really even gonna come that way. They know Pwnecake's there because he fired. They're just putting Pants there to make sure that Pwnecake, in the matter of fact, doesn't come around to try to counterflank them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
I don't know if that was Beefy's or who tied to the Molotov. It was
trade on the corner. Pants, surprised by Pwnecake, takes him down in a heartbeat. SMC only have 2 alive to 5 Globo. Looks like that advantage they had is quickly crumbling as Nade comes in. Nice flash onto Sickness. He's gonna have to duck down and hope he doesn't get shot.
interesting firing coming from Pants. I think he's shooting into the ground?
It's all up to Beefy. As Otto picks him up on the stairs, and Globo, in dominating fashion, take the final round and map number 1 after nearly losing it to SMC. They hang on in very Globo fashion.
Kicked it into 4th gear at the right moment. Now it is SMC's turn to take matters into their own hands with their map pick. Will they pick their strongest map?
Yeah. Cargo. I kind of slipped underneath our our collective radar, I think. I wasn't even thinking of Cargo. It's usually banned in most SMC matchups, but yeah, they decided to go into Cargo for our second map, SMC's choice.
And it's interesting too because they just lost. Well, they didn't really.
I don't know. They almost won Tanker. Yeah.
They almost won it, so it could go either way again. Cargo's effectively Tanker 2.0, just a bit more lit up.
You know, yeah. I'm trying to think. Do we have? I think we had maybe 2 rounds go down to maybe a minute 20. But I think nearly every one of those rounds, they ended at either 2.5 or 3.5 minutes. So I do expect a similar fast pace here on Cargo as well from both sides, but the back and forth definitely draws it out, and that first map nearly took an hour to get through, and like I said, we didn't go down to that final 30 seconds at all.
No, we didn't. Each team has been playing their cards extremely carefully. We're heading into the first round, though. Will they play those cards the same way?
I do expect to see a lot of flashes, since that has been a pretty common trend on Tanker. And they've been really effective. I have not seen flashbangs be so effective in a league match until this. Both sides putting out some fantastic flashes, completely blinding their enemy and pushing in. We'll see now if that trend continues as Globo go on the defensive on Cargo.
Nade's coming out, going off exactly at that 5:45 mark, the legal limit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Those flashes detonating on the second.
Something tells me they practiced that.
Uh-huh, just a bit.
A little bit. Probably spent a day on it.
Especially, I mean, yeah, you have to think, too, this is SMC's map pick, so they definitely have put in the work here to be prepared for a push from Globo. But there isn't any. Globo's really staying pretty disciplined. There's the push from Thunder.
I think I need a moment to comprehend what just happened there. Thunder got Landon and then got refragged by Sickness, I believe, right?
I believe so, as Sickness dances around here nearly in the middle of 4 defenders. 3 actually left alive here as Pants, Otto, and Silent try and deal with Sickness as the trade coming in from Raph. He will be resable. We'll see if they send one. I doubt they will.
Nade's going out. Just check if anyone's over there, but no one's really over there. SMC are looking... They have the advantage. I'm not going to say strong, but they definitely have the advantage because they had the guy who was down, but now he just got rezzed.
They had some potential there to pick Auto as he crossed, but I don't think Beefy or Pancake really pushed forward enough, taking their time before making their way past this center divide here. Pants still also tucked in a pretty interesting spot. He may be able to catch the backs of a couple SMC if they're not prepared.
Yeah, Beefy's got to keep his ears open if he wants to be aware that he's in a high flanking, high potential of getting flanked right now, if I should say that.
There it is. And that's an interesting thing right there. Pants, as soon as he gets that kill, gives away his position with those shots, radios into his team the locations that he knows, like Beefy, and then finds another frag on the backside as Beefy tries to get Pants, and Pants with a triple puts Globo up 1-0.
You know, half the time you gotta wonder if that's intentional, just to mess with people.
I think it is for sure, but he was definitely quiet there. I very rarely see Pants quiet too. When he has information, he usually prefers to radio his team that info instead. But he got that kill first, and then as soon as it did, he radioed in all the info he had. But yeah, Pants coming alive here. He was 1-5 on Tanker, and now 3-0 to kick off this cargo round.
A lot of the times on cargo, like, the kill opportunities are so narrow. Like, you only see a person for a split second. You don't really have the time to radio it, especially if you got, you know, if you're so confident in your shot that you can get it.
Yeah, that's very true. I think he had heard, I think he knew where Beefy was, so that's what he was phoning in, but he didn't need it. He got all 3 kills anyway, and
kind of clean things up.
Yeah.
Definitely making up for his tanker performance.
Absolutely. And we do, for the record, not have any subs on either side. I know we did a full round there, but everyone's sticking with their standard roster. Globo keeping Raph in there on this close quarters map since they're going to need him for that shield, which we should be seeing come out as they go on the offensive in round number 2.
I never see Globo do like a mad push, but this would be the objective to do it. Interesting to see what comes out of them.
Yeah. Curious to see if SMC are going to get aggressive on the offensive as well. It is pretty risky to do, but can be effective if you can get into the right spots early.
I wonder, you know, Globo have the perfect opportunity to take the entirety of the tunnel if they really wanted to, since there isn't too much defense on the other end. They're not really choosing to do that either.
No, they don't need that tunnel. Pancake finds Raph trying to push up towards objective, but Pants here is behind enemy lines. He missed his shots on the Soda. He's surrounded by enemies as Beefy comes in for the flank. Shots coming in from Toast as Beefy gets a nice double here in the center and now squares off against Thunder as he's the last one alive into a 1v3 for Thunder now. That was fast. 5:15 left on the clock still, and we're almost done with this round.
Thunder giving away his position, trying to get a frag, but I think that 2 barrier rule came to play.
Yeah. Absolutely right. They were tucked behind both of those, and so their bullets did not penetrate. Now he's really doing work against SMC as he does penetrate that barrier, catches Sickness, and now it's up to Pancake and Soda with 4:50 left. Thunder can do anything he wants.
We've seen double kills come out of Globochem before, so I wouldn't call this round just yet.
We just saw a triple from Pants, so yeah, it's very, very possible for Thunder to keep this one alive for Globo.
I don't think SMC really know what to do. They're kind of just throwing stuff all over the place, hoping something lands.
Wow, and Thunder with shots underneath the cargo door catches his second. He needs to find that third as he goes into a 1v1 against Soda with 4:10 on the clock.
Soda does dominate the corner that he is on. Well, he was. Now he's beginning to peek it.
Yeah, that's risky business.
A very risky business. I was about to say, he's in a great spot. If he's looking for that kill, of course he has to be aware of the cap.
Nade comes in from Thunder just a bit too far, and now with all the time that he has left after that effectively denied push came out from Globo, he is going to take that tunnel route you were talking about. No, he's not. He's going to stay outside the tunnel.
Indecisive.
Yeah, he is. Can't quite make up his mind on what he wants to do.
Right now, I think he's just trying to make sure that he dominates the field. Like, he's checking everywhere else, making sure that he can't be flanked.
Yeah, you're right. He does have body armor still as well, so see if that assists him in surviving this 1v1 that he's up against. And he has a nice LMG clip as well into that rifle, so he has quite a few rounds to send over Soda's way if they get into a trade.
Soda just stays where he is. He's in a pretty advantageous spot, I would say. He just keeps peeking out, thinking that the attack will come as a cap. But I don't, judging by what Thunder's doing right now, I don't think capping's on his mind.
The only thing Soda has to worry about is there is that little lane that someone could come into and then have his flank. He doesn't seem to be checking that. Instead, I think he is peeking this corner just to make sure nobody is going down that lane. But yeah, I like his position. He is tucked in, like you said, but I don't think he knows where Thunder is at all. I doubt he would suspect Thunder to be coming from this angle either.
Right where he is at right now is not a really looked place, but if he goes over to that left-hand side, to the left-hand side of that propane tank, I think that is a spot where Thunder will just have locked in right off the bat. The only advantage that Soda has over Thunder is the fact that you can see feet under the crates.
That is what Thunder's trying to use to his advantage, checking those tight angles. He threw the knife up and over to try and cause an audio, a little bit of audio there if Soda was going to peek out that doorway, and that's what he was looking for. Now, ooh, Thunder may find the angle here, unless Soda is checking underneath.
Keep in mind, Soda's feet are also somewhat exposed too. It's not a perfect square, it's a circle actually. He's hiding behind.
Look at that, there's a C4 right by Thunder. I don't know where that detonator is, but man, that could have been an effective deployment of C4. 55 seconds now, and Soda did have eyes right over to where Thunder was. But Thunder has taken his sweet time in this 1v1. I think it's been 4 minutes here.
I don't know if Thunder was looking. I don't know what gear he uses.
He wasn't. And Soda to peak the trade. SMC do not win it. And Globochem. I don't think you can get a closer. You can't get a closer 1v1.
I was about to say, like, if he was looking through his peripheral vision, if he has any, depending on his headset.
Yeah.
I saw Soda's LMG point out just a little bit. But just that little bit is all you need to know exactly where they are.
Yeah, the way he was approaching, I don't think he saw that, but man, yeah, what a snapshot there to keep Globochem ahead. A nice kill from Thunder, and we are now it's starting to seem like a Globo series. If they can keep this momentum, take this next Volk round, SMC got to get on the board here.
Oh, definitely. The SMC does have good momentum from the last match, and I think they do know that they can be very competitive against Globochem, and even win if they really put all gears into it.
Yeah.
But Globochem are kind of inching away here.
Just need a little bit of that tanker shine from SMC. They need to get those early picks like they were able to on the rounds they won on Tanker. We'll see if they can do that as they go on the offensive in round number 3 of map 2. In what has been a real good series so far.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, what do you expect for a Master and Diamond ranked team? It's not gonna be boring.
No, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty tight. It's gonna be pretty close. And now I'm curious to see how SMC attacks this objective.
Raphael and Pwnecake might be squaring off here. Decides not to peek out.
Very aggressive positioning there from Raph. Maybe just hoping to get Globo a couple early picks, keep the momentum on their side as Pwnecake is going to toss some nades out, and Raph tries to rotate, but Soda takes him down, and a C4 detonation coming in does catch Pwnecake. And that C4 was tied to Raph. They had put that on Raph.
Someone was back there watching a tablet.
Yep, and as soon as he went down, they detonated that. And it almost insta-killed Pwnecake, but he was a bit too far. Oh no, and a bad nade by Landon. You could hear Soda, he saw it, he tried to run away, couldn't in time. Toast catches Landon Jordan trying to peek on that long lane, and SMC into a 4v4 after the res.
I think the theme here is bad nades.
There have been a couple that have really hurt SMC, that's for sure.
Even a Molotov, which I don't even know if we could consider a nade. It's just
more of a cocktail.
A bottle of gas. Still in a 4v4 here. Can go either way. Knowing these teams, they're going to probably take their sweet time trying to establish dominance over the other.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any nades come out from Globo yet into the center of the map. They're playing it real conservative. Pants just sitting back here checking pad. Toast is sending hand signals with his index to auto, and Globo is definitely the most relaxed I've seen them on defense, as SMC now may begin their push with the smokes.
When you go against these kinds of teams, just every single mistake will show. I don't think SMC is going to really want to push that hard, because then they're effectively leaving objective a bit more open, which... I'm sorry. I'm getting my teams mixed up.
It's all good. A good flash coming in from Pants does deny Pwnecake the ability to push up as Thunder catches out one in the center, and now we're into a 3v2, or sorry, a 3v4 rather, in favor of Globochem. They are looking good. They are riding the momentum. SMC needs to get some picks here and get things back in control for them.
Pwnecake is taking a pretty advantageous spot, and as I say that, he gets down by Thunder through the crack of that intermodal, I believe.
Yeah. It's a spot that you really can't see unless you're dialed in on it and you see the the change in color, or you pre-fire it like Sickness is trying to do. But this is not going to be easy for SMC with 4 left alive for Globo on top of objective.
In the game of angles, that little crack in the doorway gives you such an advantage, because you can get such a wide angle compared to how narrow of a slit that you have to shoot in order to get down.
Beefy looking for Toast here, tucked behind these pallets. Maybe also an angle on to Thunder. If he's fortunate enough, and he's not, as Toast spots him through the boards, peeks the corner, takes him down. Sickness does get the refrag, and now it's a 1v3. And we'll see if Sickness can find the triple, as a great flash comes out from Pants, and he's getting aggressive onto the last one alive here on SMC.
Pants is probably just waiting for him to make his move into his half of the map, I should say, the defensive half of the map. So he could just completely box in Sickness. It's not looking good for SMC at this point.
Sickness is known for sneaking in behind enemy lines, punching in that code, and capping when you'd least expect it. I do anticipate him to try and go for something fancy here, but this is definitely the right way to approach. If he goes this way, nice and easy, he'll avoid Pants. He may even be able to find the backside of Thunder. It's really going to come down to Otto spotting him.
Otto's doing his little dance on objective again that we saw before in Tanker.
48 seconds on the clock, and we're going to be taking this one down to the final seconds. His Sickness just going to wait here on the opposite side. And Pants peeks, can't find the shots on his Sickness. Sickness quickly retreats back into cover. 20 seconds left. Sorry, 30 seconds left now for Sickness.
And Pants doesn't even have to get amputations here. He just has to wait for the clock to run down. If he can keep Sickness locked up here, game win.
Absolutely. And I doubt Sickness is going to be ready for Thunder as he does catch the back of him. Otto, overwatching Thunder's position, gets the refrag, and Globo, they're moving on to what could be series point as they push their lead on Cargo 3-0.
Globo have definitely stepped it up.
Yeah.
Since, they've kind of just ramped it up since the beginning of Tanker. They kind of let it slip a little bit on Tanker, but now...
Yeah, well, it's almost like they... I don't know, I really just think SMC was playing really good on Tanker. They had some great plays, some great flashes. They're just not finding purchase on some of their nades. And these team kills are really hurting them. They're trying to be real precise with their nades, you know what I mean? So they're trying to have people ready to enter doorways as soon as a nade explodes so they can have their timing down. And that is, you know, important for a high-tier team to be doing, but at the same time it's super risky, and you can see the risk here on Cargo. And we'll see if there's any more team frags as we hop into the could-be series deciding round for Globochem, round 4 of map number 2.
Advantageous moving up on Globochem's part. SMC kind of giving Globochem more space to operate.
Yeah, they definitely are. Toast is getting real aggressive. Globo with that 3-0 lead are really pushing in hard here, and Captain Soda peeks the corner, catches Toast, and now it's a 5v4. What was Toast doing there? He was way ahead of the rest of his team.
Yeah, it's pretty crucial to control those 3 containers right there, but I don't think it's that crucial to control it that early in on the map. You're gonna be swarmed.
Good nade from Pants. Down's beefy, but he is resible. Pancakes gonna try and go out there, catch himself with the refrag as Thunder gets Soda getting a little aggressive, and now they gotta stay tucked in on the objective as they're into a 3v4.
Standoff happening in the middle here. No one really wanted to push up because they know both teams still have a very formidable defense going on. Any wrong push will basically set them in a disadvantage.
Pancakes really wants to get beefy, but he just has so many angles to cross. Thunder, Otto, even Pants there on the corner could throw another nade. So he's just not able to push up there, and it does look like they're going to try and catch another frag out over to Beefy's side. It does confirm the kill, and now it's all up to Pancake to hold this angle.
Raphael is choosing to go on a different approach from the tunnel. Could this be a game changer?
Pants finding Pancake. Sickness with a nice refrag onto Pants. Now into a 2v3 as Sickness ducks back in to the objective building. Landon with the frag on the backside. Thunder rotating around. They have control of objective. It's all up to Landon to get here and deny the cap as Raph dances around, and doesn't matter as Globo finds the kill, and they take the series and map 2 4-0. Thunder Pilot 10 and 4. Jeez, double digits.
In a high-ranking match too. That's pretty.
Yeah,
That's pretty incredible.
that's a game to be had right there, and I guess that's what I was fearing would happen on Tanker. You know, after that first round, I thought, oh boy, here we go. This could be a real 4-0 crush for Globo, and SMC held on. Here on Cargo, they just could not find the momentum, and SMC not even able to put a point on their own map pick as we go into the third map, just to decide that MMR and see if SMC can potentially take one map away from Globo today.
It's interesting because, like I said before, I was actually really surprised that they chose this map. They lost on Tanker because Globochem figured out how to attack SMC on Tanker. And then choose basically a Tanker lookalike is a little baffling to me, but it might have been some rhyme or reason that I just don't understand.
I just think it was SMC was practiced on Cargo. You know, I don't think their strats came through on that map for them. But it seemed like at the start of that that map, they were really tight. You know, they had their positions down, they had the angles they wanted to cover. They looked like they had definitely been planning for that one. But Globo was Globo and just put up better numbers. Thunder going 10 and 4, I think also. I mean, that's huge for that team. Like you said, 10 kills in a match like this too. I mean, that literally carries Globo through that 4-0 win.
These aren't SMC is not a team of new people. They know how to defend themselves, and for Thunder to basically just slaughter everybody,
it's so scary.
It's pretty incredible.
It's so scary. If you're watching this and you're in the league, you just got to be wondering what to do against somebody that's capable of putting up numbers like that against a top tier team. I mean, they played that fast too. They did not take their time. That was a 20-minute map.
I think we only had one round go to the final minute.
Yeah, and it was I think it was 2, and they were both 1v1s or 1v3s. It was the last. There's one left alive. You know, so interesting notes if you are taking any there. And our third map is going to be Bazaar. I think we said that if we haven't already.
I don't think I have. You're hearing stuff, man.
It is going to be Bazaar, and we'll see if SMC decide to put in any subs. They are going to bring in Trip, and I expect Sickness to be their 5th there, but it might be Miracle Dev. We'll see if they decide to bring him in for this final match against Globo. And that's something that SMC, I think, does very well, is they really keep their subs and their entire 8-man roster well practiced and up to date on strategies. They put them in league matches and keep their skills honed in under pressure, and definitely a good way to train a squad. I just wish you could, it would be nice, I'm sure, to have some payoff, but Globo is just so hard to get wins against.
Yeah, they don't keep no bench warmers.
They really don't. I think they are gonna keep Raph in, but we are seeing Arsenic coming in for Pants. So he will be playing Bazaar here, and I don't remember what Pants' KD was on that second map, because maybe he just didn't have a good series here against SMC.
He's just having an off day,
Yeah.
Everybody has those.
And yeah, it is going to be Miracle Dev for that 5th. So on SMC, we got Pwnecake, Beefy, Soda, Trip, and Miracle Dev. And on Globochem, it's Auto, Thunder, Raft, Toast, and Arsenic.
We are starting with a very interesting objective as well. The Middle Coyote, or Middle Bazaar, usually gets capped on by Any weakness in the plan usually results on getting capped on.
You have the upstairs, the downstairs, all the different angles you can cap from downstairs. There's a lot of ground you have to cover, and if you get down to one left alive to defend this objective, it can be trouble for sure. So let's see what we get as we wait no longer for this final map in the top tier series between Globochem and SMC. Map number 3, round 1 begins with Globochem already taking the series. It's tough to play that third map after losing the series.
Oh yeah, you just lose all the momentum, but this is the fight for MMR. You gotta get up.
And I would be willing to suggest that's why they bring Trip and Miracle Dev in, to kind of reunite the squad, bring in some fresh minds, some fresh energy, and approach it with the determination you need to take that third map and, like you said, prevent that MMR loss. So we'll see how SMC fares as they take up their defensive positions, and Globo on the offensive gets set up as well.
He's dead. He's dead.
Raphael gets down by, or Raphael downs Beefy. Pretty good pick to have right off the start.
Yeah, this angle has been seeing some resurgence on this map. It's a super long one, really nice to take. Pretty well protected, and people just seem to be getting shot in the back from it. As now a Miracle Dev is really the only one defending this Bazaar, and he gets picked off by Thunder as he goes for an aggressive nade over towards Otto.
Globochem is just kind of surrounding the entire middle bazaar area, let alone objective. We're going to see a pretty spectacular push in to finish this off.
Yeah, Raph's already here. He's going upstairs. He's going to be fighting Trip, and he wins the trade somehow. And now he's got control of upstairs, and he can punch the code in. Soda's charging upstairs, trying to deny him. Raph has to pull the gun out, and just like that, with the rotations coming in from SMC, Globo take the first round and continue their winning trend with 5 unanswered rounds.
Yeah, Globo just really got into the swing of things here. I don't know what happened on SMC's side, but if nothing, then Globochem just put 2 and 2 together, and now they're just a full-fledged fighting machine.
Yeah, they look good there, and it was just maybe a little bit of that early... Just losing those guys early for them. Miracle Dev trying to go out with the nade, getting caught. Just some unfortunate picks. We'll see how SMC looks on the offensive. And that was like a 2-minute round, I think.
Maybe less. Probably about. It felt like a 1-minute round to me.
Incredibly fast. And I think SMC now at the slow spawn shouldn't be able to finish the round that quickly.
No one is... SMC's not sending anyone out on the flank. Oh, and an early pick from Toast.
Oh, almost gets a second as they cross that big gap with no utility, and yeah, they're going to have to deal with Toast here in this mini Bazaar. Nades coming out. Not quite landing. Look how aggressive Globochem is here. They have these guys pretty far from objective as Thunder gets shot in the back from an overwatch position from Trip. Making sure that that push can't come in onto the rotating offense here. Soda's trying to get over onto the north side and have this wall to challenge Arsenic.
SMC is trying to do the same thing that Globochem did in the round previous, which is basically to surround objective and just push in. They're doing it with I think actually roughly the same manpower as because he did former.
on north wall, east, west side.
Bit of firing coming between Arsenic and Captain Soda along that north side.
Yeah, he rotates off that, covers objective, and Trip managed to find Raph trying to rotate for a flank there, getting real aggressive. That's Globo, and I mean those are both both kills have come in from SMC. You got Thunder getting a little aggressive on the corner, and Raph there trying to look for a flank. We'll see if SMC can capitalize. They got the 4v3 advantage now.
They do only have effectively 2 people on objective, one watching each respective building, but man, with 4 SMC tactical, even if I was the greatest in the in the North America region or the world, I'd still send my 3rd guy over.
Yeah, surprised to see Toast not rotating back towards the objective yet. Still covering that mini bazaar area, waiting to see if any SMC try and take it, waiting to see if he'll run into Miracle Dev.
Smoke's coming out. Toast knows where they're at. Pretty tucked in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he still hasn't moved after hearing shots from behind him, and he should see Miracle Dev here with a nice pick, and now Soda should be aware of Toast's position as Toast rotates around to potentially deal with Mr. Beefy.
Got one north wall.
Arsenic lands on triple. Bleh. Words.
Comes down to Beefy and Soda, putting pressure onto Toast's position, who's now caught between both of them.
He is pretty hidden from Soda's view.
Yeah, he's really nicely tucked in there. He's denying vision from both sides, Soda and Beefy, as Beefy and Soda apply some pressure into Auto here, and Captain Soda is able to find one. Arsenic with the refrag, and now it's all up to Beefy in this 1v2. 1v1 as he gets down Arsenic, and maybe SMC can get themselves on the board if Toast decides to peek out from his building. He's been tucked in all objective.
It's really interesting. Toast isn't even really trying to look like he's making a move toward objective for that rotation, but
I think he knows the kill count. He knows how many are left alive. So he's aware that Beefy's the last one alive, and he knows Beefy's location, so that's why he's not really panicking around the objective. As he does, yeah, I mean, he's really just trying to wait for this battle with Beefy here.
he's going to go for the high ground, Anakin. Watch out, Beefy.
Yeah, and I don't think Beefy's checking these stairs. He's looking at the other set, and Toast could get an angle here. He decides to peek up and over. He doesn't take the shots. I don't know if he saw Beefy either. Okay, he's going to try and crawl off the back. I think the drop will make noise. It does. He sprints, charges into Beefy on the back end, and Toast, with some clutch plays, gets Globo 2-0. If you are just tuning in, you've missed a pretty good series. SMC really taking it to Globochem. I thought they were going to take that first map from Globo, but couldn't quite do it. And then Globo really turned on the Globo burners, so to speak, as they won 4-0 on Cargo and now go on the offensive in map number 3 as with a 2-0 lead. And they get the fast spawn too, so I think they're planning on playing this one quick. Oh man, and that nade. Does down Raph. Otto should be able to res him. Oh no, and Otto just healed himself instead. Picks up the syringe though that Raph had and does manage to pick him up.
Hey man, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself first. So the spawn from SMC, they are aware of it, so they know Globo is here in this middle bazaar area, applying the pressure. Trips tossing some nades, trying to deny them that north wall and the ability to cross that street. And they also have Mr. Beefy with Overwatch as well, as Miracle Dev manages to find one. What angle was that? A tight one, that's what. Is Arsenic now getting close?
SMC seem to hit a bit of a roadblock now. They're kind of stuck at this sidewalk, if I could say that.
You mean Globochem as they push in objective. They catch, they get Soda.
Raphael is on objective. There's not much opposition to him.
Oh yeah, he's punching it in.
Out.
Beefy is so far away. Globochem gonna be getting the cap here and taking the third map just like they did Cargo, but a little bit more style, 4-0.
What expert push in from Raphael clears out the entire objective defense and then utilizes the fact that he knows that there is one guy far out and just caps it.
A good series overall, but a real strong performance from Globo. A very Globo performance, if you will. I think that's going to be it from us in this series. Todd, do you have any final words on this? I mean, I don't know how to characterize it, because I feel like it was a Globo blowout, but at the same time, SMC did so well.
I think I got some words. Molotovs hurt.
Yeah, yeah, they sure do.
Just throw the nades far out, and the Molotovs hurt. That's my words.
Yeah. Team frags are not good. There is more action to come later today. In just an hour and 10 minutes from now, we will have Blaze versus G-Men on this channel. Should be a real exciting matchup. I expect that one to at least start off equally as close as this one did, and ideally stay that way all the way through. But we are going to be signing off for now. Thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to our sponsors, Pro2VR and VR Cover. Always appreciate the support. And if you want to get involved in the league, head on over to vrmasterleague.com/onward. You can find all the Twitch, Twitter, and Discord links so you can get in on the community. You can join a team, or you can just play competitively with the guys in the lobbies. I do recommend getting involved, so head on over there and join the Discord at the very least. With that, we'll be signing off. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, my co-caster Todd Havercorn. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in just an hour and 10 minutes from now.